Hi there everyone, my name is Hoot. Welcome to my old-growth redwood forest adventure. So you may ask yourself, where are these forests anyways? Coast redwood forests are unique to North America. They exist on a thin strip of land sandwiched in between the Pacific Ocean and the coastal mountain ranges of Northern California. In this map of California, the green color marks where redwood forests originally existed. Unfortunately today, shown as the color red on the map, only 5% of the original old-growth forests exist. Now again, you may be asking yourself, what is an old-growth forest anyways? Old-growth forests are really old forests that have never been clear-cut. Old-growth forests are important because they offer a variety of habitats for plants and animals. To find an old-growth redwood forest, look for the owls. Not owls like me, but owls of the old growth. Let me show you. An old-growth forest is full of owls. O equals old trees. W equals woody downed logs. L equals levels in the canopy. And S equals snags. Let's first take a look at the O in owls. See this old tree? It's more than 300 years old, but believe it or not, it could live for 2,000 years. Even more amazing is how tall these trees grow. Coast redwoods are the tallest trees in the world. As a matter of fact, the tallest living redwood was just discovered. It's found here in Redwood National Park. It is 379 feet tall. So how tall is the tallest redwood? If you actually compare it to a football field with end zones, you will see that it is even taller than the length of a football field. Many animals depend on these old trees for their survival, such as the spotted owl and the marbled murrelet. Both of these birds nest on the large branches of these old trees. So there you have it. O equals old trees. Now let's take a look at the W in owls. W equals woody downed logs. Once a redwood falls to the ground, it becomes a woody downed log. Woody downed logs are also known as nurse logs. This woody log holds a ton of water and provides nutrients for plants that take root on top. In other words, nurse logs are a nursery for young plants. You can see here, this tree has rooted itself in a nurse log. One day, it will be a big tree just like many others in the forest. Nurse logs also create moist habitats for animals that depend on water, such as amphibians, like this Pacific tree frog, or this coast giant salamander. It also creates habitat for banana slugs and arthropods like this millipede. Now, the forest floor isn't the only habitat in the old-growth redwood forests. Many habitats also exist above the forest floor and the forest canopy. L equals levels in the canopy. Now, the forest canopy is divided into 4 sections. The lowest section is called the lower canopy. This part of the forest doesn't get a lot of sunlight and is therefore dark, cold, and damp. Just higher up, we find the middle canopy. This part of the canopy is similar to the lower canopy, except that it is a little bit drier and a little more exposed to the sun. Animals that live in the lower and middle canopy include wandering salamanders, red tree voles, and flying squirrels. The next level in the canopy is the upper canopy. The upper canopy is much drier than the lower parts of the forest because it gets a lot of sun and wind exposure. Animals that live in the upper canopy include the spotted owl, the marbled murrelet, and a variety of other birds like the barn owl. Insects, such as the cicada, are also found in the upper canopy of the forest. Finally, the highest part of the old-growth redwood forest is the extended canopy. This part of the forest includes the tallest trees that tower above the rest. This is where large birds of prey, such as osprey, roost and build nests. The final characteristic of an old-growth forest is the S in OWLS. S equals snags. A snag is a dead standing tree like this one next to me. High atop this snag, we found a nest. This nest probably belongs to a pileated woodpecker or another type of excavating animal. Well, there you have it, the owls of the old-growth forest. Now that you know what to look for, go out and explore the last remaining coastal redwood forests. Thanks for joining me on my Coast Redwood Forest adventure. See you next time.